Hello, my fellow skateboarders, longboarders, and freelance skaters. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer who loves to skate. In today's episode, we are going to look at a few games and how you can approach skateboarding, longboarding, or freelance skates through these games. Like where you can keep yourself in touch with the art form or the sports skateboard, longboard, and freelance skates, and any other form of skateboarding, even skiing, snowboarding, and everything on land as well as on ice and everything. Various forms of this kind of sports. I actually see this as an art form, anyways. But anyway, I still use it for transport and stuff, but I should say, like, I still see this as an art form. People perform here. So people spend a lot of their lifetime in learning a particular trick, and they perform it on their own way, and they exhibit to the public through videos and through online platforms like this. So I still see this as an art form. So we're going to approach this through games, actually. So particularly for kids and everybody, like, this will kind of put you in a map of seeing, you won't feel the skateboard or a longboard or freelance skates, like something strange to you. You will already be knowing of the terms, how the skateboard is working or the longboard is working, or other forms of the skate works, like, so whatever games that is available online, we'll look at them. And me being in a struggling phase as a fine art photographer as well as in skating, because I just started skating by September or so you won't expect much from this episode, but we can see all the possible free games that is available online, and I'll show you the methods how to approach them. People who are in advanced stage, probably you might have to skip this episode, because like I'm going to talk about stuff which is mostly for the beginners, so hope you guys don't mind if it is boring. If you are still watching, you can continue, and hope you don't mind if it is boring. Okay, first of all, this idea was coming to me through a couple of YouTube channels. First one is through Johnny Giga. I should thank him for this, because he is the one who would game and find some new tricks and moves for him to perform and learn them on actual skate park and perform, then record those videos and put it online for others to see and learn. So first thing, I would like to thank Mr. Johnny Giga. And next one is Braille Skateboarding. So that entire team would go play certain games on TV, and then they would perform that game and perform that trick in their Braille house, newly constructed Braille house 2.0. So I should be thanking these two people for giving me this idea of, to approach the art form that is skateboard, longboard, or freelance skates and everything. Unfortunately, we don't have any games as of now online for freelance skates. I hope JMK Rides or whoever listening to this video, or whoever happened to see this video, would make a game for freelance skates, and let's get to the idea of how to approach and where to get these games from as a like start. For whoever has the Xbox, you always can go to Xbox game store, and you can download all the games that is required or available on that topic. As of now, I have made a keyword search on skateboard, and these are the list of games that I could see on Microsoft's website online store. So possibly you could download them and play it on your Xbox. Let me warn you guys, I am recording this video from my room in my house, and it's a very functioning home, and it's in an apartment. So it's a very functioning apartment. You'll be hearing lots of noise and construction stuff and whatever it is. If you happen to hear them, kindly forgive me. That's where I live, and that's where I do my videos and stuff. Hope you don't mind. So if you happen to have Xbox, you can always search in their Microsoft store to find the skateboard games. So I may not know about these games because I don't have a Xbox or even PlayStation. If you happen to have PlayStation, you can go and search the keyboard. I mean using the keywords like skateboard, longboard, or other forms of skating. Unfortunately, right now I don't find much of skateboard games available in PlayStation. I don't have PlayStation either. I don't even know how to operate that joystick of PlayStation or Xbox. Probably I'll learn them when I have them with me. But I already have an expensive hobby which is called photography, and I don't want to have one more expensive hobby which is these PlayStation and Xbox. These games actually are really expensive for me. But as of now, you will find a lot of free games in Xbox. Microsoft has some lot of free games as well. So people who are using iPhone, you know where to look for using the keyword skateboard, longboard, and other skating names that you are willing to learn or play or download games off. So you've got to go to your app store. As of now, I don't use iPhone, so I have a Mac. So I went and searched in my app store. So I've got few games here listed for playing it on the desktop PC or desktop Mac. But this one involves the touchpad that we have. So I may not be able to show you any games that is downloaded for the desktop version of the Mac because it requires the touchpad, and there are few lessons where you can learn the tricks from. These apps are like for a cost $249, $700, which are affordable, but still when you see on the whole, you got to pay for the skateboard, and then you're also paying for the games. So as of now, you can look for the sources in various websites and try out the free stuff, and then go ahead with that, if you still want to take it further. So this one is all about sourcing your games and everything. So Xbox, PlayStation, then Apple iOS App Store, and then Mac OS App Store. Then comes the Google Play. So you can always, if you're an Android phone user, you can always search it in Google Play, App Store. I have entered the word skateboard, and I've got plenty of games here. Android actually has ample amount of games for skateboarding and longboarding. You can download them always, and most of them are luckily free. Give me a second, let me put my phone on silent. Most of the games are free for you to play, so you can always go there and download them. You could see the tick marks here, as I use Xiaomi Poco F1 Android phone. I have already downloaded few games here. So this one is for the kids, probably who are using their dad's or mom's or siblings phone or iPad to play the games for, or any Android tablets where you download you're going to download these games and play. So for the kids who are in need of such things, you just select a game and open it on a new tab if you're on a PC, or you can ask your dad to do this, or you can always go to YouTube and enter the word skateboard games. You will get the list of games that is already available. So you just check, like if you want, you can be specific, skateboard Android games. You will get the list of games that is already available online. So you're going to get those games names and how people are playing those games, the gameplay and stuff. You can watch them and get back to Google Play Store and download that for you. Or if that is available for a price, if it is going to cost you, you can always ask your mom, pop, your sibling, or you can even save your pocket money on your piggy bank, and ask your dad to buy it for you. Ask your mom to buy it for you. So you can always go to Google Play Store. So this is how you do it from the desktop. There is always a preview of that game available on Google Play Store, the video. If you don't have the video, you will have the screenshots of such games, alright? so you could view that video and be familiar of how the game is going to work for you. Or you can always go to a known video platform and search for that particular game's name. Say this one is like Mike 5 Skateboard Party. So I'm gonna go onto the YouTube and paste that game's name and hit the search. So you have already a few players who have attempted to play that game have given you the gameplay of that each game already, so you can learn about that game like this. So this particular part was for the kids who are new to this. Since I am an Android user, I'm showing you the ways of where to download and how to approach the game. So the next source can be is Steam. Steam is an online platform where you can find games for and to play the games with. This Steam is like a Linux based system, but it is available for all platforms as well. These are online games, by the way, and a few games are for the price that is mentioned over here. You might have to use your credit card or something, and there are few games which are actually free, and it is mentioned over here. You could see the symbols where these symbols are like for Windows, Mac, and for the Steam OS. There is a Steam OS app available for App Store as well. I mean for Mac OS as well, and for the Windows platform as well. So you could download that app and you can play the games through that app anyways. And there are plenty of games which I'm not familiar of because I don't play any games through Steam OS. But it was for a long time ago. Like I used to have a touch with games, but mostly FPV, for first person view or first person shooter games. That's the most interesting games that I have played for hours together. All I could remember is some Fury. I don't know, I couldn't recollect right now, but there are a few interesting games which I did play for long hours, But as of now, because of Mr. Johnny Giger and Braille skateboarding, I'm kind of interested in learning few skateboard tricks and at least the names, though I'm not able to perform it here. You might have seen me performing in the parking lot of our apartment. It echoes a lot, so I don't want to create any noise, so I don't do any heavy stuff here, the tricks that I'm learning, whatever. I want to take it to the roads where I could find some free and calm space to practice with. So only then I'll be able to practice them. But whenever I can, I still have to feel, I should not feel alienated with the tricks or trick names, when I want to practice them with the skateboard or the longboard, So Steam is one of the platforms. You can always go and download that game through this app. It's available for all the platforms. And next comes the Nintendo. If you guys play with Nintendo, you have only one game for the skateboard, and this particular game is also available in other app stores as well. So as of now, with my knowledge, these are the only platforms that I could find it myself. If there could be more possible platforms where you can find games and play with for skateboard, longboard, and other types of skating. So this small video is for the beginners anyways, and these are the possible sources where you can find your games and you can approach your skateboard skill or learn them slowly by playing with that game. So you will also know about the word skating. You will also know about the street skating. You will also know about the other tech terminologies associated with skateboarding and longboarding stuff. So this is a very good way to learn about the craft, the art form, the skateboarding, longboarding, freelance skates, and whatever, So I find this more interesting. I have found this more interesting. If you go and check my Android Play Store list, there will be a lot of green ticks like this, because I have downloaded more than 10 to 12 apps so far. One of the biggest app is Tony Hawk's app, which took like a lot of time for me to download because my internet connection is a little bit slower today. So I got to download it via my 4G connection. I kept it on the window outside my home where I find the signal and reception to download them. So for now, this is these kinds of sources where you can find the games, and you can install it on your mobile phone or iPad or your desktop computer, either Mac or Windows, even Linux systems through Steam. So whatever games that is available, you can make use of it. That's what I'm trying to say. To stay close to the craft as much as you can possible. When you want to learn something, or when you want to be more studious, actually people will associate themselves with the things that they are interested in. So if you are interested in skateboarding, so your first thing is you would like to own a skateboard. Then you would like to have friends who are skateboarding. Then you would like to see the YouTube channels which are offering content regarding skateboarding, longboarding, or whatever of your interest. Then you will go into the mobile phones, and then you look for apps which is talking about your interest, skateboarding, longboarding, whatever. And you'll try to surround your environment with the things which are more related to the craft that you are going to behind. You want to learn or you want to master in. So these are the small ways which I find more interesting to associate myself every minute with the craft that I want to follow. So that is what I'm trying to tell to the world here. Hope people understand what I'm trying to convey here. Forgive my language if I'm going to miss out on a few things. Okay. Hope you guys like this video. In the next video, probably we'll try to see 1 minute gameplay clip of every game that I has downloaded in my mobile phone, and we will see like what is there, what is interesting, and what I like about that game and everything. Okay, for now these are the ways you can approach in downloading, or the sources that you can find online to associate with the craft that you're following. So this is Kicha signing off. Peace out.